El Dorado, fabulous city of gold. The glittering lure that centuries ago drew ambitious men to the unknown land of South America. El Dorado. Many men sought its phantom riches. Most persistent of these were Pizarro and his lieutenant Ariana. They combed the Andes, seeking the golden city. But El Dorado was always just ahead, just over the horizon. In December 1541, here in the country now called Ecuador, Pizarro made his camp. Short of supplies, he sent his lieutenant Oriano in search of food. On a crude raft, Oriano floated down an uncharted river. The river became larger and larger. Certain that so much water must somehow reach the sea, he drifted on through strange jungles inhabited by smooth-skinned, beardless warriors. These Oriano believed to be women. He called them Amazons, and thus the river got its name. After a journey of 8 months through unknown wilderness, Oriano finally reached the Atlantic, the first man to traverse the Amazon from the Andes to the sea. In the years that followed, other men came and explored the tributaries of the Amazon, seeking but never finding the golden city of El Dorado. Then came Padre de Acuna, a simple priest. Looking at the fertile soil beneath his feet, he saw something bigger than El Dorado, the vast wealth of the Amazon itself. This was the true El Dorado. Inspiration and vision, Padre de Acuna wrote, "The river has rich reward for all who will come. To the laborer, it offers a return for his work. To the merchant, employment. To the noble, honors. And to all mankind, a new frontier." 4 centuries of exploration have given us an accurate picture of South America, yet many parts of the Amazon basin are still unexplored. This is by far the largest river basin in the world. If we superimpose the map of the United States, we get an idea how tremendous this area is. The basin's vast wealth of natural resources is shared by 6 great nations: Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and Brazil. Physically, the Amazon basin is formed by the mighty uplift of the Andes on the west and by other mountain ranges to the north and south. Fed by an average rainfall of 80 inches per year, the Amazon discharges a flow of water 4 times greater than the Mississippi. The source of the Amazon, Lake Lauricocha, in the Peruvian Andes, lies only 85 miles from the Pacific, and yet these waters flow east to the Atlantic, 3,800 miles away. The basin, the port of entry and the major outlet for the vast storehouse of the inland regions. Supplying the port with Amazon's myriad products are countless river craft of every size and description. For these small boats, Belém reserves a special anchorage called the harbor of Veropeso. The waterfront here presents one of the most picturesque sights in the basin. But there's work to be done. And the cargo of the smallest boat plays a vital part in the commercial life of the port. The Amazon and its network of tributaries offers 16,000 miles of navigable water. Up and down these great highways throughout the basin's 2 million square miles flows an endless stream of commerce, exports and imports. The wealth of the river in exchange for the modern tools and household goods of the outside world. Here, the piers are of permanent maritime construction and will accommodate anything that floats, from the river steamers that ply the inland waters to the giant freighters that sail the broad Atlantic. But now it's time we left the waterfront and dropped in for a look at the city. And what a city it is, too, for 300,000 people live here. These have become familiar scenes to us now, the picturesque plazas, the modern buildings, hardly a surprise anymore. So while we're taking in the sights, let's talk about the weather. It's about the only surprise we have left. Yes, the climate throughout the length and breadth of the basin is far different than most people expect. The highest daytime temperatures rarely exceed 92 degrees. A lot more comfortable, you might say, than New York or Washington in the summer. This is the favorite haunt of the Belém playgoer, the Teatro de Paz, or Theater of Peace. And this is the Church of My Lady of Nazareth, remarkable for the beautiful artwork that graces its portals. Here at Belém, the Brazilian government has established an agricultural project that will affect the whole future of the basin, the Instituto Agronômico do Norte. 7,500 acres have been set aside for the purpose of research and experiment. With headquarters at Belém, the Institute has substations throughout the basin, and work is going forward on all the Amazon's products. Emphasis at present, however, is on rubber. Important in the Institute's rubber program is the instruction of children. Here, an expert explains the mysteries of leaf. Later, he demonstrates one of the approved processing methods. We see that the stout round pole of the seringueiro has disappeared to be replaced by a small, flat paddle. The raw latex is smoked just enough to congeal it thoroughly. The youngsters are allowed to try it for themselves. The use of a paddle here offers definite advantages over the old ball method of treating rubber. The paddle method prevents the mixing of the different grades of latex by permitting each batch to be treated separately. Furthermore, the latex may now be pressed into long, thin sheets, which greatly facilitates handling and shipping. The training of children in these scientific methods is of prime importance. For after all, this is the generation that holds the key to Amazon's future. This great fertile valley is the challenge and the hope of the new world. A paradise of riches beyond man's wildest dreams. What role will the Amazon play in the world of tomorrow? The answer comes echoing out of the past. To men who come prepared to accept its challenge, to overcome an arduous task, spare no effort, the Amazon offers unlimited opportunities. For them, Acuña's vision will at last take form. Key to the future is Amazon's soil, much of it deep and rich, a challenge to the technicians who will find means to develop it. Key to the future is Amazon's produce, and here indeed is the world's greatest storehouse of tropical products, within reach by air of every market on earth, a never-ending supply of these products for the new world that's to come. Key to the future is Amazon's water, thunderous and mighty, potential power for an empire in its headwaters, ready to be harnessed and put to work, ready to lighten man's lives, ready to bring him prosperity. Key to the Amazon's future is the sky above. Amazon awakens to the stir of wings, spinning propellers quicken its pulse. The jungle rolls back and runways take its place, crisscrossing the continent with a network of super airways that will annihilate distances. Key to the future is Amazon's plans. Plans for new buildings, cool and sanitary. Plans for a better world of tomorrow. Yes, the great river awakens, eager, ready for the touch of men with vision. To men who will accept the exciting challenge to pioneer, to work, and to build. This, then, is El Dorado, a true and lasting El Dorado.